Hey, it's a big NFL fan freak, and we're here with Soaring the NFL segment on Saturdays. We got many topics to cover today, and we'll see if your team is covered. My first topic is going to be about Brett Favre. No, it's not. He's not coming back. He's not unretiring or anything like that. He won his actual first game today as his first official game as coach for his high school team. He won. So that's somehow important news on NFL Network, so it's important news for me. You Raiders fans may not be too happy about this, but Matt Leinart is injured once again. And as for you Bills fans, Vince Young is beating out Big Pen in the backup battle. So as for a new teammate, he's beating out one of your other players. So we'll see if Vince Young gets the backup job there in Buffalo. As for the Titans, Jake Locker had many struggles in his preseason game, and we'll have to see if he'll still get the start next week or will be a Hasselbeck now, as Locker didn't do too much to impress in his first starting job. Also, though, for the Titans, they were very happy to see CJ2K was back. Chris Johnson, he had a 2-touchdown game, very good speed and everything. He looked like CJ2K of old, so we'll have to see if he can get back to where he was. For Buccaneers fans, the news isn't so good, as the Garrett Blount suffered a groin injury in his game against the Titans, actually, so we'll have to see how his recovery process goes. Broncos fans can look forward to Peyton Manning playing a whole quarter against the Seattle Seahawks. It's pretty much a first for Peyton. He hasn't played a whole quarter in a very long time. So we'll have to kind of see how that works out for him as he plays one full quarter against the Seattle Seahawks. For the Eagles, Rogers Camardi got fined this week. He got hit with a $21,000 fine for his hit against Brian Leftwich in his game against the Steelers. For Saints fans, the defense gets some worse news as Chris Chamberlain seems like he's going to be out for the entire year with his injury. For Dolphins fans, you're back into that quarterback battle as Ryan Tannehill didn't impress in his first start, so we'll have to see if Garrard may take start back from Tannehill or if Tannehill will get the start again and he'll have to show that he can be a starter for that team. Some kind of funny news for Cowboys fans. Jerry Jones is being sued from a woman who actually got her butt burned, in better words, by sitting on a bench right outside of Cowboys Stadium. So he's being sued for that. So that's somehow really big news in the NFL right now, because they've been talking about it on ESPN too. Apparently it's big. This is like the biggest thing. We'll have to see how that kind of turns out for Jerry Jones. Many of you probably saw on NFL.com that Tom Brady had a modeling thing that he did, and people are saying, oh, I wonder if he's going to be better than his wife now with his modeling career. Yeah. These news aren't important NFL news, but for some reason they're on the NFL site. You know, I'm just telling you what I see. For Cardinals fans, Levi Brown is out with a bicep tear. And for Panthers fans, Jon Stewart is out with a calf injury. Both of those players, it doesn't say yet how long they're going to be out, but with those types of injuries, I would think quite a while. Vikings fans will be proud of mentioning this. You were very highly talked about on ESPN and NFL.com and NFL Network about your crazy antics in the second half, playing preseason week 2. The fans did a crazy wave. They did multiple waves around the stadium, but they added some little effects to it by throwing popcorn or pamphlets or whatever they could pretty much find on the floor and threw them up in the air as they were doing the wave. So, woo! Good job for you guys for doing that. I mean, I'm all for it, celebrations preseason, not much to do, but just don't make sure you're not going to hurt anybody. The NFL has discussed that may get a new trading deadline, but it hasn't really been final yet. All the details aren't there, so we don't really know when it will be even yet. So once that gets finalized, we might see a new NFL trade deadline for this upcoming year or next year. For Bengals fans, your old wide receiver Jordan Shipley was cut this week. He was cut right after his knee injury. He had a couple catches last season, Bengals, but like I said, he ended up being cut, and he's now on the waiver list with that knee injury. For Chargers fans, it'll probably be good that Ryan Matthews believes that he'll be back for week 1 and hoping that he is, but experts and doctors say it'll probably be late October, though. We'll have to see who's right, if it's going to be Matthews or if it'll be the experts. I know Chargers fans are hoping he'll be back week 1. I personally don't see it. Maybe middle September at the earliest, if you're lucky, but I'm not seeing it right now. We'll have to look at it. Cowboys fans, I'm sorry to mention, but there's still no word on how long Jason Witten will be out with his injury. There hasn't been any word out yet on his length or anything, and not really much has been said about it. Patriots coach Bill Belichick, who got Demps, the Olympian, this past weekend, is hoping that he'll turn out to be another great steal from the Jets, and he's hoping he'll turn out to be the Danny Woodhead 2.0, as they took Woodhead from the Jets before, and he turned out pretty great, and now they got Demps from the Jets. Patriots fans will have to hope that he'll be a good turnout for him. For Jaguars fans, it'll probably not be great news that Maurice Jones-Drew is still holding out for this year. Although, the Jags and the owner don't really seem to be all that affected by it. They're just carrying on with practice and just acting like he's not there. And they're not really saying, oh, we miss him, blah, 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 blah. We'll see if Maurice Jones-Drew stops this holdout or how that'll all turn out for Jaguars fans. And in final news, the Vikings are the top contender for the London games in 2013. Since the Rams dropped out of them for 2013-2014. So the Vikings are their top runners. Of course, after seeing their fans, they might want to change their mind, just saying. But anywho, yeah, the Vikings are the top contender. There hasn't been any decision. I don't know when the decision actually will be made who gets those games. So I'll keep you updated throughout the week if something does come up. And yeah, that concludes my news for Soaring the NFL. I hope you'll keep watching the segments. We got the same show coming up next week. We got shows on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, every day of the week. Hope you keep watching. We don't have any shows tomorrow, for we always are off Sundays. Thanks for watching this one, and I hope you have a great week. Hope you enjoy watching all the games.